Welcome back, warriors. This is where it begins, where the world sleeps and the fire wakes. You're here because you're hungry for more, ready to break limits and forge your own path. If that's you, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the bell, because this journey's about to ignite. Let's dive into the grind that turns dreamers into legends, the return to the fire. The prodigal flame flickers back to life. I've wandered through the ashes of distraction, chasing shadows that promised meaning, only to find myself circling back to the forge of my own soul. The noise, the chaos of voices, the weight of expectation tried to drown me, but here I stand, hands trembling, heart pounding, ready to hammer purpose into existence once more. It's not just a return, it's a reckoning with the self I left behind. Every step toward this moment was a battle against the mundane. The world throws its hooks, doubt, fear, the seductive pull of comfort, and dares you to break free. Michael Jordan once said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." That's the rhythm of the grind. Fall, rise, strike. The hooks don't vanish, they multiply. But so does your resolve if you let it. What pulls you back? For me, it's the itch of unfinished business, the gnawing ache of potential unclaimed. You don't return because it's easy. You return because the alternative, stagnation, is a slow death. Kobe Bryant lived this truth. I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. The great ones don't just come back. They come back sharper, hungrier, forged anew by the heat of their own defiance. This isn't about nostalgia or reclaiming some lost glory. It's about staring into the mirror and refusing to flinch. The fire doesn't care about your excuses. It burns anyway. And when you step into it, you don't just survive, you transform. That's the call echoing in my bones, not to merely exist, but to erupt. To be back is to be alive, and to be alive is to fight for something greater than yesterday. The throne of unyielding will crowds gather, eyes wide, craving a spectacle. Yet I'm no jester here to amuse. I'm the storm that splits the sky, the force that demands you look and remember. Do you not feel the weight of this presence? I'm not one among many, I'm the singularity, the pulse that drowns out the noise. The notorious doesn't bend to your applause. He carves his name into the stone of history. Victory isn't a gift, it's my craft, my creed, my relentless pursuit. I don't stumble into triumph. I seize it, shape it, make it bow. Muhammad Ali once roared, "I am the greatest." I said that even before I knew I was. That's the fire I carry, not hope, but certainty. To call me less than the pinnacle is to invite the thunder. I'd storm your gates, shatter your illusions, and leave only truth standing. No rival can claim this crown. They posture, they boast, but I am the architect of domination. Unmatched, untamed, a lineage of conquerors distilled into one soul. I'm not here to match your legends. I'm here to eclipse them. Kobe Bryant understood this. I'm reflective only in the sense that I learn to move forward. My will is a blade, my spirit a fortress, impenetrable, ferocious, hungry for the fight that defines me. I owe no apologies, no softened edges. From the depths of my core I declare, this is my domain, and I rule it, unbowed. The doubters whisper, the critics sneer, but tomorrow I'll silence them all. Faith fuels me. Alhamdulillah, every step is blessed, and purpose drives me. I'm not just back. I'm the king reclaimed, and I'll shatter anything that dares stand in my way. The unfinished forge of greatness. 2 steps forward, the scoreboard blazes, yet the air hums with a question. Is this enough? Satisfaction is a siren's call, whispering rest, but I hear the clang of iron still unshaped. Halfway to the peak, some bask in the glow of partial wins. Me? I see a summit unclaimed, a story unwritten. The job isn't done until the forge cools, and I'm still burning. Mediocrity surrounds us, a sea of untapped souls lounging on the shores of good enough. Potential festers in the hands of those who won't rise, won't sweat, won't dig deeper when the night grows long. Michael Jordan knew this. Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. Greatness isn't rare because it's hard to find. It's rare because so few chase it past the first ache. Fear isn't the enemy, it's the spark that lights the furnace. I embrace it, dance with it, let it sharpen my edges. Fear of failure, that's the illusion cowards cling to. Kobe Bryant said, "The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win." Fear drives me. It's the pulse that demands I push when others fold, the voice that screams more when the world says enough. This game, this life, it's not a flirtation, it's a vow. Do you love it with every fiber, or are you just passing through? Half-hearted warriors get the door slammed in their face, and 1,000 others, obsessed, relentless, wait to take your place. I was forged in the dark, shaped by struggle, and the light only showed me how much further I could go. The score's 2-0, but I'm not here to count. I'm here to conquer. The relentless pursuit of mastery talent is a spark, but obsession is the inferno that consumes all doubt. I've walked the paths of warriors, studied the iron will of Hannibal, the unyielding spear of Leonidas, the empire-shaping mind of Caesar. Their lessons are my blood, their battles my blueprint. I'm not here to play at war. I'm here to embody it, to become the storm that others fear to face. A warrior thrives in stillness, not chaos. The garden blooms because of discipline, but when the war drums sound, it's the blade, not the spade, that rules. Michael Jordan lived this. You have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. I've built my fortress, stone by stone, and no one, no critic, no rival, will raise it just because they prefer a softer echo. Obsession demands sacrifice. Hours bleed into days, sweat into legacy. Where others see a finish line, I see a call to arms. What is your craft, your fight? I'll cross oceans, storm cities, Dublin, Tokyo, or the frozen streets of St. Petersburg, because the location doesn't define the battle, the will does. Tell me where and I'll bring the thunder. Talent falters, obsession endures. Failure isn't the end, it's the forge where greatness is tempered. Most shy from its heat, terrified of the fall, but I've tasted it, embraced it, and risen stronger. Kobe Bryant said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise." I'm not just the best on the field. I'm the one who outlasts, outfights, outlives. This is my Sparta, and I'll conquer every shadow until the world knows my name. The eternal hunger for victory. Listen close. Winning isn't some new invention. It's etched in the bones of time, unchanged since the days of grit and glory. The formula's simple, ancient, and unshakable. I don't just hold the reins of this city. I am its pulse, its swagger, its unapologetic fire. Days blur, 10, 12, 100. They're just ticks on a clock that doesn't own me. Fatigue? That's a story weak minds tell themselves. A lullaby for the quitters. I don't bend to exhaustion. I rewrite it. Limits begin where vision ends, Michael Jordan once said, and my vision stretches beyond the horizon. Tiredness is a choice, and I choose to run through walls instead, because the prize isn't rest, it's dominion. Some settle, clutching their scraps and calling it joy. Not me. I'm after the whole damn table. What's owed isn't a sliver, it's the world, and I'll claw through stone to claim it. Happiness can be a mask, tears a performance, but pain is the raw, unfiltered truth. When I'm broken, bleeding, aching, that's when I'm alive, because no one can fake that fire. They talk trends, winter goals, cozy habits, little checklists to feel good. I'm not on some seasonal hustle. I'm on a 365-day warpath. Kobe Bryant knew it. If you do not believe in yourself, no one will do it for you. I want it like air, like survival, every breath a fight, every step a conquest. Dreams don't drift in on a breeze. You wrestle them into reality with a hunger that never sleeps, the unbreakable spirit in the arena. You boast you'll topple me every time. Hundreds of falls, a perfect tally. Bring it then. I dare you to drag me down 5 times in 5 brutal rounds. You might snag 1, maybe 2 if luck bends your way, but here's the truth I carry like a blade. I'll rise, and when I pin you, your defenses will crack wide open. My will is a torrent. Round after round, I'll unleash a storm of precision and malice you can't outrun. Your training? A fleeting breath, wasted against my resolve. The finish line looms, and I see them, grinning, chattering, buoyed by the end in sight. But the real test comes when the path stretches past their hopes, when the guides push harder, farther into the unknown. That's when the chatter dies, heads bow, and I thrive. Michael Jordan said, "The game has its ups and downs, but you can never lose focus of your individual goals." I don't lean on hope. I crave the cold, the endless march, the rain-slicked grind. That's where I claim souls, where I uncover who I am. Hope is a crutch for the fragile. I forge my strength in the fire of what others dread. They pray for ease, warm waters, short runs, clear skies. I hunger for the opposite, because the undefined edge, the uncharted distance, strips away pretense. Kobe Bryant lived this. Pain doesn't tell you when you ought to stop. Pain is the little voice in your head that tries to hold you back. When the world wishes for comfort, I wish for the fight. It's there I find my core. Happiness like this, a radiant, bone-deep surge, isn't a gift handed out. It's a prize you wrestle from life's grip. You'll never taste it if you cower when they strike, if you let their boots press your throat and stay down. Rise once, fortify your mind, and you might glimpse it. I'm blessed to chase this peak again and again, each battle a forge, each victory a hymn. But it starts with you. Defy the fall and claim your own unshakable joy. The eternal cycle of grit. This isn't some fleeting arc, it's a wheel spinning through decades, relentless and round. 30 years I've rolled it. Winters bite, springs thaw, summers blaze, falls fade, and it never stops. Don't wait for a season to spark you. That's a cheap trick for the half-hearted. Love yourself enough to fuel your own fire, to grind 365 days, not because of some trendy push, but because your pride demands it. Circles don't end. They endure. They squint and ask, "Who's that?" Pointing, guessing, missing the point. I don't need their recognition. I need them to see the shadow they cast and shrink before it. Day after day, 17, 18, 19, 20, I stack the count, shoulder the weight, carry the boats, haul the logs. Who's the champion? It's the one who doesn't flinch, who stares into the grind and says, "More." That's me, forged in the mind's arena, unconquered. Don't swallow every word fed to you, test it, break it, live it. Truth isn't inked on pages or preached from podiums. It's earned in the dirt of your own effort. Michael Jordan put it plain. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. But I can't accept not trying. The equation's simple. Pour in sweat, pull out results. Excuses are chains. Snap them, step up, and claw your way to what you want. Talent? It's a spark some are born with. A head start that fades fast. I'm no prodigy. I'm a fighter. Mediocre maybe, but fueled by something fiercer. Will. Determination is the muscle that matters, the grit that outlasts the gifted. Kobe Bryant knew it. Hard work outweighs talent. When talent doesn't work hard, glory isn't handed out. It's seized by those who refuse to bend, who squeeze every drop from the struggle and rise victorious. The dawn of unstoppable resolve. Pan the lens across this stillness. 3 a.m. Not a tire hums, not a soul stirs. The streets lie empty, the world tucked under blankets, dreading the grind of the day ahead. My strength? It's drawn from the quiet, from the mother who rose when others slept, from the absence of noise where will takes root. While they dream, I forge, because this one day, this solitary hour, is where champions are shaped. Tomorrow a reckoning looms, 16 hours until a man learns the cost of misjudging mercy for frailty. Kindness isn't a flaw, it's a blade sheathed until crossed. He'll pay, not with words, but with the weight of his own defeat. I'll carve that lesson into his bones, a promise sealed in the octagon's fire. Disrespect me, and I'll bury you under the fury of my intent. Tomorrow night, he's finished. Life doesn't cradle you with warmth. It's a brutal, jagged beast that slams you down and dares you to stay there. No one escapes its blows, not you, not me. But winning isn't about dodging the hits. It's about eating the pain, standing when your knees buckle, pushing when your lungs burn. Michael Jordan said, "Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it. That's the code. Take the punishment and march forward." Pain isn't the enemy. It's the sentinel at destiny's door, testing your hunger. Greet it, grin at it, wrap your arms around it. It asks, are you all talk, or do you crave this enough to bleed for it? Rise beyond flesh. Dedicate yourself to a vision no one can shatter, and you transcend. Kobe Bryant lived it. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever. Embrace the hurt, and you don't just endure. You become something eternal. The explosive forge of self-belief. There's a rush, a raw electric surge when you act, when you carve a mark into the stone of your own existence. It's not just motion, it's defiance, a middle finger to the doubters whispering from the sidelines. That fire in your gut, that stubborn faith in your own path, pumps life into your chest until your heart thunders like a war drum. This isn't about comfort. It's about breaking past the unseen, staking your claim on a legacy, forged where others fear to tread. Know your worth, then hunt it down with every ounce of your being. The world will batter you, bruise you, try to chain you to excuses. Don't flinch. Pointing fingers at others for your place in the dirt, that's the coward's hymn, and it's not your song. Michael Jordan said, "I never looked at the consequences of missing a big shot." When you think about the consequences, you're thinking about failure. You're built for more. Take the hits, stand tall, and seize what's yours. Strength isn't just muscle. It's the steel in your mind, sharpened by every step you take when others weaken. The runs, the swims, the endless reps, they're not the goal. They're the hammer shaping your spirit. Kobe Bryant knew it. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. You don't rise by lounging. You rise by chasing the grind day after relentless day until your will becomes unbreakable. This is the alchemy of pressure. Life's tension crashing against the voice in your head, the beat in your soul. When they collide, you ignite, a force of nature tearing through barriers no one's breached, least of all you. The couch breeds rot. The struggle births legends. It's the headstrong clash of belief and action that turns you into dynamite, detonating limits, building character, and leaving a mark that echoes beyond your years.